way, I go by Dory. My boy Doc. Real name is Willie Dunham.
Lester Evans, a.k.a. Mad Doctor Compton, original Compton.
You might know me from the past. I was a Hoover Crip at one time. Got locked up in 1978. Left the streets, man, as a kid, and went through the CYA system, being a knucklehead, and worked my way out with the Tracy Dual Vacation Institution Prison. Caught a whole bunch of staff assaults, violence because other gang members, and when I ended up at Soledad, where I run to you at, Doc? Soledad or Tracy? Vacaville? Yeah.
Back when they had the reception center.
They had the reception center.
In the 80s.
But I had heard about this brother on through the grapevine about a brother named Doc. I had heard about him in Tracy and being from Compton, and I was a Hoover Crip on the other side. We really wasn't, had no love for each other at that time. We had our differences. And then we finally connected in Vacaville. We still had our differences. But due to an incident that I remember good on that yard, he out there with the homies, and the Mexicans came over there, or Sacramento boys, something happened. And next thing I know, dust flying everywhere. And I'm up in there with him. And at this time, you don't see a Hoover Crip and a Compton Crip rolling hard like this. But I did that for the fact that this brother here shared a lot of love for me when I was caught up in the situation. So he had my back, I had his back, and we shared a lot of magazines. I started reading. I was going to the Nation at one time, and then I stopped going to the Nation and started reading my Christian literature, sharing it with him, and he hung with me for a minute. Then he started going to the Nation, and man, from there, next thing I seen this brother, he's a lieutenant of the Nation of Islam.
So now, let's rewind. That's the good part. Let's get back to the nitty gritty. To the street part, I done been to every system that you can name that's counterproductive to black people, called incarceration.
Yes.
I done went to Los Padrinos, I went to Central, I done went to all CIAs except for Fresno. I done been to boys' homes, group homes, county jail, LA County. I'm talking about the real LA County, CJ.
That they loved me and had my back when I was banging for them, shooting for them, being disruptive for them. Here I am incarcerated right now. I don't get a letter. I don't get no phone calls. I ain't get a visit. It seems like society just left me. My family, people left me. And I'm thinking all the stuff I did. And I'm not proud of that today, but I was proud of what I did when I was a youngster. Being in the gang taught me a lot of things. When I was doing it, a situation arrived in prison to where another guy came in who wanted to take over and call shots for the Hoover Crips. I wasn't allowing that to happen. And I got jumped. I got beat down. As a grown man, I'm telling you this today about being a gang in prison. You're nothing. I was a shot caller. I was on top. I got raped. I got raped in prison. You didn't hear what I'm telling you. I got raped in prison. I got pissed on in the shower. I was knocked out. I had to be rushed to the hospital. I had to have my back end sewed up. My jaw was broke. And I still have injuries today from that. And you know what? I'm not mad at the people who did it. I brought it on myself. I wanted to be a gang member. I wanted to be notorious. I wanted to be the most dangerous person you could see. I wanted them strikes. And what came from that? Another grown man knocked me out, beat me down, and raped me. Is that a gang member? Is that a gang member? That's not a gang member. And I turned around and I took that, and it made me more vicious. So I wanted to retaliate and kill those who done that to me. So they had to keep me in this prison isolation room all by myself for like 3 or 4 years because they was afraid if they let me back out in the main population, a lot of inmates would end up losing their lives and staff members losing their lives. I've been in prison. It was fun. I had family in prison. I had a bunch of Crips around me. I had people from the Bay Area loving me. I was more or less like a two-pop in prison, and things start to turn in a different direction. There's always someone better than you, and the people I ran with on my side as Crips turned their backs on me, left me for dead. And today, it's 2018. These things happened in the 80s, and it's 2018, and I still suffer nightmares. I still suffer pain. I still suffer anger from those things that happened to me. But one thing I came to realize is that it's not society's fault. It's not my family's fault. And it's not my enemy's fault. I brought the enemies to me because of my behavior. Because I chose to want to be this hard Crip, to be obnoxious, don't want to follow the rules, and want to do these crazy things. So when you want to be a Crip and you want to be a Blood, or you want to be a Nusa Familia, or a Nazi lowrider, or whatever you claim you want to be, just believe me. Just believe me. Something bad is going to happen to you, because you're like a magnet. All over the world, people are going to know your name. You go to New York, you're in a gang, they know you, they're going to do you. You can't go on your own side. You can't go to the west side. You can't go to the east side. People are going to get you because you're a part of this gang. And when you're a part of this gang, you put your family members, you put your 2-year-old involved. They're going to get that 2-year-old. They're going to get your mom and dad. These things start happening to me. Many nights I sat up and I cried and asked God why. God told me right back at me, why? He didn't give me an answer. He asked me why. So being a Crip kind of hurt me in the long run.
There was this guy named Psych.
Just had to go there, huh?
And somehow Psych got to bumping his mouth, saying stuff to Tiny. Tiny, like, he just looking at him like, stoic, looking at him, And so Psych just kept bumping his name. And then he come over there, Psych come over there telling me about Tiny. I said, man, let that go, bro. You need to let that go. And next thing you know, he got his face in me. Tiny then picked up a big old radio, a boom box. All I saw was it go up in the air, and I just grabbed it. I was like, oh, no. And he didn't even know what was getting ready to happen.
I didn't know it.
And Tiny's gonna bust his head wide open. And see, because he's the type, he ain't one of them dudes that walk around the yard talking about, this is who I am, and talk all that old hype stuff. I mean, it was action with both of us. Mm-hmm. I didn't even like to sit around dudes that was sitting up there talking all that old hype stuff, man. If we was on the yard, we was busting down, getting our workout in. Yeah. We had to the weights first, and then we had to use the little jungle bars and stuff, and we started putting it down like that, getting our little I call it gangster Pilates. Yeah. Stay fit, stay ready. But a lot of people got a misconception of prison. They think they're gonna go up in there and see the homies. Everything's gonna be nice. It's like this gangster paradise. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's hell. It strips you of your humanity. It strips you of your manhood. It strips you of the power that you think you have. And then you go to a shoot program, which is a serious offense that you get involved with, because I had knocked this white dude down the back stairs for calling me a nigga. And he almost died, and I was like in the shoot program, and in the shoot program they got cages. Now the old school shoot program, they just put you out there and you fight the Mexicans, the white boys. They just put us out there and we just started getting down, and gun towers, the mini 14s just started popping. You get that flow and you curl up and pray that you don't get hit. But now they done evolved this into straight animals. I mean, society talk about they don't want us back in the society. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't want a lot of them dudes back in society the way they training us to be animals. Yeah. You go out to the yard, you in a cage. You get 1 hour, and then 23 hours you locked in your cell. What do you expect? So this is what this system of, what do you call it, CDCR? Mm-hmm. And the R is supposed to stand for rehabilitation. Yeah. That's bullshit. Ain't no rehabilitation going on behind it, not by the system. The only real rehabilitation that's going on is if you yourself take the initiative